It's August 9th, 2016. We're at Williams Trading Post with Donald Williams. I think he went to high school with my dad, right?
Right, that's correct.
And you've been running this store, this gun shop here on, what's this, Gay Street?
Gay Street.
For how long now?
50 years this December.
My goodness. And I was hoping you might could tell just a couple of fun, interesting things, about Dad.
Well, I knew your dad. I was kind of I was actually from out of town, and when I went into ninth grade, I met Bobby, and he and I were really good friends right off the bat. And he'd tell me all kinds of stories, and in fact, he'd tell me about hiding in the shrubbery at his house down on East Gay, and have this sound screaming and hollering, and people would go down Gay Street and they'd just run. They'd just be really scared. But Bobby and I have done a lot of things together. We used to sell Coca-Colas out of the back of our 55 Chevrolets. We had two 55 Chevrolets. We sold Coca-Colas at the school parking lot until we got caught, and they stopped that. But Bobby and I go back a long way. He loved guns and knives. He'd tell me about the knives that he had purchased when he was in the Air Force, and every time he'd come to Lancaster, he'd come by to see me, and he and I just had a lot of fun together. We shot some skeet together, and he carried me in and showed me his drums. He was just an all-around fine young man. I'm telling you, it's just we just had so much fun together, and there's a lot of stories. I just don't know whether I can tell them. But
how about the cars? You're talking
about the cars. He really loved that black 55 he had, and then I had a kind of a pink and gray 55, and we'd go side by side coming up down on Main Street, coming from school, and we wasn't drag racing, but we'd just be side by side and coming up through there, and people would be watching us and looking at us. We tried to show off our cars, but.
Now he had, he also had some of those cards that would say like "We know where you live." Or what was the story about that one?
He put a card on my door one day, and it was a picture of maybe a devil, and it said on there, "I know who you are and I know where you live," and stuck it on the door, and it scared me so. Being in business, put it in my business door. I called the police department, and they came by and picked up the card. And they went to the printer because it had do it printing on the back of it. They wanted to find out who printed that card up, and it was Bobby. So they went out to the house, picked him up, brought him to the police station, and just scared him. He didn't know what was going on, and it was all because of that card. But he's always pulling pranks or fun things at all times. And we've gone to the movie theater, and he used to go to the movie theater, and he told me one time he broke down halfway from Lancaster, and he tried to call me. He couldn't get anybody on the phone, and he finally got one of his other guy friends to come and pick him up. But he loved the movies.
Yep.
He loved to go on Saturday. And
yeah, he went to that's right. He went to Wednesdays a lot. That's right. Yep.
Wednesdays, yep. And later on in life, he started buying Dodges, and he and Sonny Bowers were good friends, and he'd keep some kind of Dodge, some of the newer Dodge SUVs, and he just, and I can be honest and tell you, I had never, ever, one time, ever heard anybody say anything negative about Bobby. He's always positive. He was just a kind of person that you could talk to. He never was highfalutin. He was just an average guy if you talk to him, and do anything for anybody that really needed his help.
Well, I appreciate this, Don.
Yeah,
I really do. Yeah.
And I just enjoyed being with him, and enjoyed going up to the, he'd take pictures of my whole family, and wouldn't want me to pay him a thing. Sometimes I'd pay for the film, but most of the time he wouldn't even charge me. But it was just one of my good friends over the years, and I really miss him.
Thank you, Donald.
Thanks.